chain mover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now they try the right side here. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Goff on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
They come out here in the eye. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Goff throwing complete to Kupp. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. They got a man. It's Woods. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, 32 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route one. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And to give this time to the tailback. He gets away from 1. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A second broken tackle, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So first and 10 now from the 30. To throw is gone. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Goff. The ball comes out. First down now, but that clock rolling. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a two-point conversion. Goff now to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Fights loose. And he's got this down to the 30. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. For the victor.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to...
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the And oh, right away, he lost the football. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson looking sideline, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Jackson now, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the... to start out. Here's second and 11. Now a give right side. Carson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance.
And now look at him go. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This is Ingram on first and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down, it's Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs or putting together, it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Well, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. On second down, here's Penny. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one. And the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. A beautiful fake. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake.
Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
They go play action with Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson, and this one complete to Seth Roberts. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Jackson. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Jackson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Shifts past him at the 45. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Here's a toss coming right. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big one.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they try the right side here. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And now time has run out on this first half. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. On first down, it's Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They run again with Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, Carson. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here we go on fourth down. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So give him the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it second and goal. The first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So they've converted their first 2 fourth down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. With a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Seahawks, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, could also result in a melee later, though. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now Jackson on 1st down. They go screen. This is Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven 1st. Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Snead's got it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, the 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Carson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards. On the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They run it with Carson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. They'll run here on third and goal.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. You know what? I know it's fourth down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows?
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And now running right through it. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards on the ground. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.